So, what is Green Impact? Green Impact is a United Nations award-winning program designed to support environmentally and socially sustainable practice in your organization, i.e. Birmingham City University. Green Impact makes tangible impact on the environment and society, and it supports the university's sustainability ambitions. So here at BCU, we have a relatively small sustainability team. There's about 5 others. But despite the fact that we are a small team, we have pretty lofty ambitions when it comes to sustainability. And there is no way on God's planet we are achieving those ambitions, those targets, those objectives without working with as many staff and students as possible. So Green Impact is really important for us. Green Impact also helps to get the student voice heard. So in a few slides' time, I'll be talking about how important that is. Green Impact can help save money and resources. So if we were to take energy, for example, if we reduce our energy consumption in one of our buildings, yes, we'll be reducing our carbon emission, but we'll also be reducing our cost on gas and electricity too. Green Impact is a fantastic way to share good practice and work with new people. So there's a lot of really brilliant work going on at BCU about sustainability, and Green Impact will help connect all that work together so we can all work collaboratively on this topic. Through the programme, you can get recognised through the Green Impact Awards. So at the end of the year, we'll be giving out bronze, silver and gold awards to teams who have completed a number of actions in the toolkit. And again, we'll talk about that a little bit later on. And also through Green Impact, there is lots of opportunity for professional development and workplace learning. So leadership skills, linking to strategy, building up staff to become leaders. And I can absolutely vouch for that last point because my first exposure to sustainability was through Green Impact when I worked for a company called Unite Students. And it was because of the skills and experiences that I had through Green Impact back then that I'm now in the job that I'm doing now in BCU sustainability team. So I can absolutely say there are tons of opportunities for professional development. Some fun facts. So 500 organizations are taking part in Green Impact across the world. There are more than 200,000 people that have taken over 410,000 positive actions through Green Impact. And Green Impact's been going for a little while now, so just over 15 years. And in that time, the program's really refined itself to become the incredible sustainability program that it is today. But why do we need Green Impact? Why is Green Impact so important? Why is sustainability so important? And why should we be putting such a priority on it? Well, because students demand that of us. So every year, a survey goes out to students in the higher education sector, which tries to capture the sustainability appetite of students up and down the country. And in the most recent set of results, 89% of students that responded to that survey said they wanted their institution to be doing more when it comes to sustainability. In that same survey, 69% of students said they want to learn about sustainability at university, and Green Impact encourages sustainability to be incorporated into teaching. And 70% of students are concerned about the effects of climate change. And this visualizer very much sums up the concerns of those students. So here we can see global average temperatures increasing year on year. So each one of these lines represents global average temperatures. And the line it represents corresponds with the year, which is ticking up in the top left-hand corner. And as you can see from the Industrial Revolution, so starting in 1850, these global temperatures are getting warmer and warmer and warmer and getting ever closer to that 1.5 degree target that was set in the Paris Agreement. And if we're not careful, and if we don't do something about our carbon emissions, realistically, we are probably going to go above 1.5 degrees. And we really don't want to be living in a world where we go above 2 degrees. We can see the effects that global warming is having on us now, and we're only at around about 1.2 or 1.3 degrees. So this really does demonstrate why students might be concerned about climate change. So at this point, I think we should introduce you to what the toolkit looks like. So the Green Impact Toolkit looks a little bit like this. So within it, you have a series of sustainability actions that you and your team can complete. And these actions are split up into different areas. So we have biodiversity, ESD, which stands for Education for Sustainable Development, or in other words, incorporating sustainability into our teaching, energy, health and well-being, travel, and all of these actions are split into 4 tabs. So if we were to take this one particular action as an example, biodiversity and community. So within the last 12 months, the department has taken one or more proactive initiative to sustain or encourage biodiversity. So that's the task. That is the headline action. The next tab is further information. So this provides a little bit of context as to why this particular action is so important when it comes to sustainability. The third tab, how you'll be audited. So when you are completing actions, we will need you to upload evidence that you have completed that particular task. And you'll upload that evidence into the final tab, which is comments/evidence. So if you look to the bottom left of the screen, you'll see a button which says upload. If you click on that, you can upload a picture. So for this particular example, it could be a picture of you putting up a birdhouse or a bat box. And in the comment section, you can say, this is the bat box that I put up on a tree outside of where I work. And that will be enough evidence for us to say, yeah, they've completed that. Good job. So at the end of the year, we will award and celebrate teams for everything that they've accomplished through the Green Impact Toolkit. So if I just go back a slide, you'll see on the action that there's a number here. So total number of points, you get 3 points for completing this action. So the more actions you complete, the more points you accumulate, and the more points you get, the bigger the award that you get at the end of the year. So there is a bronze award. So if you score between 25 and 74 points, you get the bronze award. Silver is between 75 and 124 points. And if you get more than 125 points, you're just showing off. We'll be very impressed. You'll get the gold award. But just in case you can't get to that 25-point mark to get the bronze, we really want to recognise the efforts gone into just completing any action in the Green Impact Toolkit. So there's also a working towards certificate as well. As well as group awards, there are individual awards. So if there is someone in your Green Impact team that has gone above and beyond in implementing a system which has brought about environmental improvement, you can nominate them in the Environmental Improvement Award. If someone in your team or department has really gone above and beyond and thinking outside the box on how to connect staff or students to the topic of sustainability, you can nominate them in the Innovation and Engagement category. If you've worked with a student that's been particularly outstanding, there's a Student Leadership Award. If someone in your department or team has connected sustainability to the community, so to a business or a group in Birmingham, there's a Community Action Award. And for someone who is absolutely awesome and has done loads of really good work when it comes to green impact, there is a Sustainability Hero Award too. And we'd highly encourage all teams to make these individual nominations. So last thing I want to bring to your attention when it comes to green impact are GIPPers, which is short for Green Impact Project Assistants. So GIPPers are students at the university that have a particular passion for sustainability. And for teams who would like a Green Impact Project Assistant, we pair the project assistants with Green Impact teams. And that has a number of different benefits. So for one, these Green Impact Project Assistants can really help you achieving your goals for green impact. But also for students, it's really important. They get to develop those skills around sustainability, and potentially they can develop skills as well around, that are going to help them get the career that they're aspiring to when they graduate. So many, many, many benefits of taking on a Green Impact Project Assistant to help you with your toolkit actions. So some of the actions that a Green Impact Project Assistant might be able to help with, but it's certainly not exclusive to this list. Brainstorming ideas, assisting with project plans and case study documents, communications, so photos, social media, collecting feedback, maintaining the online toolkit, conducting research, to name just a few things that they can support with. In terms of expectations from teams when it comes to working with Green Impact Project Assistants, Once we've paired you with a Green Impact Project Assistant, we recommend that you introduce yourself pretty early on so they can start to feel comfortable with you and your team. Make sure that you are providing them with tasks and opportunities that are really actually going to develop their skills, as well as helping you out and your Green Impact ambitions. Make sure you think of them as one of the team, because they really are one of the team, just as important as anyone else in your Green Impact group. And make sure that make sure they are able to contact you as well. So you might want to provide an email address, maybe a phone number if you wanted to. Other ways in which you can help, make sure there's regular meetings and contacts, so be responsive. So when we say regular meetings, usually it's about once a month or once every 2 months, you have a meeting to talk about targets for the next month or so and to reflect on some of the actions that you've completed. Ensure expectations are clear. So make sure you're setting those boundaries with them early doors. So if they're sending you an email at 9 a.m., they're not expecting a response at 9:05, because that would be a little bit too demanding. So make sure you're setting out your stall nice and early with Green Impact Project Assistants. Share learning with other teams. So if a Green Impact Project Assistant has done something particularly brilliant for your team, make sure you share that information with other Green Impact teams that have Green Impact Project Assistants. Or if you have asked a Green Impact Project Assistant to do a task which you felt has particularly developed a skill, make sure you share that with other Green Impact teams. Find out their strengths. How do you improve their weaknesses? So obviously, you want to work to their strengths, and if we can improve those weaknesses, let's go for it. And finally, get in touch if you have any problems. In my many years of working on Green Impact, I've never seen anyone with issues with a Green Impact Project Assistant. If anything, they are massively helpful to the cause. So if you are interested in working with a Green Impact Project Assistant, which is a student from this university, make sure you register your interest with me by Friday, the 29th of November. The project assistants will undergo training for the role early December, and will look to allocate students with staff teams before Christmas, ready for you guys to meet in January time. And of course, skippers are absolutely welcome to the awards ceremony as well, because as I mentioned, they are a very important part of the team. So that is Green Impact in a nutshell. A little bit later on today, I will be sending out a link so you can register your team and go through the toolkit and start to think about what actions you want to complete, what awards you want to go for at the end of the year. We'll be in touch throughout the year to give you support and guidance. And if you ever need any advice, I will be on call if you need me. The toolkit and all the actions need to be completed by the 9th of April. By then, there'll be a button for you to press on the toolkit, which asks you to submit the toolkit so they can then be reviewed for the evidence, etc., etc. So that's it. That is Green Impact. I'll leave you with the final thought. If you complete one action or 50 actions or all the actions from the Green Impact Toolkit, you will thoroughly enjoy it. More importantly than that, you will be making such a positive difference to sustainability at BCU.